Cancer, and welcome to your reading for the month of August. Ooh, that was quick. Okay. 2026. Oh, how lovely. All right, so we got two significator cards here coming up. We've got the Universe, which just came up actually for Pisces. I think the last one in the same location, and which is the World card. And then also the Ten of Cups, which is obviously the card of like ultimate abundance, like the best possible card that you can get. How lovely. So it looks like you have got some things coming to an end this month, which makes sense because this is definitely a month of endings and beginnings. We've got, right, we have got a solar eclipse, new moon solar eclipse in Leo that's happening on the 12th of August. This is going to have a lot to do with your personal creativity, finding yourself, really coming into your own, finding your confidence, letting go of old narratives about yourself that no longer serve you, things like that. As I pull out the Fool. Hello. All right. Oh my goodness, you've got quite the energy coming up here, Cancer. Oh, all right, let's take a look. So there's also another astrological event happening. You've got the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces happening on August 28th at the end of the month. And that really is about endings, finalities, things coming to a close. I believe it was sometime in like September of 2024. Cycles beginning sometime in that area, if you can think back then, that could be coming to a close, coming to like a natural close to their natural ending. So there's a lot of that. And many of the readings that I've done this month thus far have had that energy and that kind of narrative behind them. So let's see what we've got for you here. In your position, we've got the moon. This is very much a card of, you're going down a path of unknown territory, right? You're walking down a path you're not 100% sure of right now. I'm definitely getting a lot of like new energy. So the Ten of Cups, it's super good. So no matter what happens in the rest of this reading, you know that overall you have a really blessed month ahead of you, it looks like. So whatever this new transition is, whatever the cycle is that's coming in your life, it is like a blessed cycle, right? It feels like it's destined. It's a part of what's going to be good for you. So with the High Priestess, I think that you are coming at this from an angle of what's going to be the most spiritually fulfilling way to get through this, right? I don't see that there's necessarily a lot of collateral damage with whatever this ending is for you in this month. With the Princess of Cups, which is traditionally, this is the Page of Cups. It's a slow-moving energy. It's a learning energy. It's a beginning energy. You're prepared. You're looking forward to this. I think you're ready to receive the new information coming from this, the new experience. And again, Princess of Wands up here. So all of this page, and it's just basically pages, and Major Arcana is like all you've got here, which is great. So let's get some clarification. But you have something new beginning. Right, the Fool, new beginnings, the Tower, new beginnings, all these things. Something's coming to an end. Something new is happening. You are stepping into it, and I think you're stepping into it with a lot of excitement. I mean, I think you're stepping into it with excitement. I think you're stepping into it with eagerness for something new. I think you are looking forward to learning whatever comes with this new thing. If it's a new job, if it's a new relationship, I think you're looking at like, how is this going to enhance me? How is this going to help me be a better version of myself? Now that I'm moving into this new era, now that I'm turning on this new stage of my life, how can I do that in a way that's going to be the most beneficial for me? Knight of Pentacles, right? Which is all about self-preservation, about stabilizing your own situation, about making sure financially you're secure, making sure your foundations, your groundings are stable for yourself. This is very much a time, I mean, not to be selfish. I don't think you're being selfish per se. I just think that you are putting yourself forward in this new thing that's happening. Wherever you're letting whatever is closing out because it wasn't serving you, and you are letting stuff in that's going to. Let's see what we've got for this Princess of Cups. Well, yeah, I think that's that. Well, let's see if there's anything else there for that High Priestess and that Nine of Pentacles you here, because the moon does show me that you're a little bit, I mean, Ace of Pentacles, it's really all pretty good looking, to be 100% honest with you, Cancer. I mean, I was going to say with the moon here, it does look a little bit like you are perhaps not sure about like where it's going to go. The moon is a card of movement. It's certainly a card of moving forward, a card of like going on this new path. You can certainly see the Fool going into the moon. Like that makes sense that you would be moving forward into this new experience, and you don't really know what's coming. I think you're not sure of what you're coming up against, but I think you have like full faith that you're going into it with a good attitude, and with a good attitude is going to come, you know, the rewards. I mean, honestly, you've got the Nine of Pentacles here, which shows that you're in it for you. You're in it to win it for whatever's going to be best for you in this situation. And then you got the Ace of Pentacles to just further solidify that, like, Ten of Pentacles energy. This is like great for you financially. I think whatever you're moving into here is good for you financially. So let's take a look and see. I mean, if it's a relationship situation you're moving into, it could be that you're moving to like a Pisces, the moon there. It could be that this new situation that you're moving into, you could have a little question about whether or not it's like how to go about it in a way that's best for you spiritually. Like maybe you are going into a position or new position that is really good financially, but you feel like you may be having to make some compromises, maybe not ethically, but like a little bit making some compromises in your creativity maybe, or something like that. Let's see. I mean, I don't really feel like that. I feel like you're really just leaning into yourself here, but let's see if this Princess of Cups, what we have. Again, this is the Page of Cups, very much about emotional beginnings. I think this is you receiving a cup of new emotional experience, whether this is a relationship or a position or just new era of life. It's going to bring with it lessons to be learned, but not in like a studious kind of way. You're not going to be feeling like you're being taught these lessons, like a teacher's teaching you lessons. It's going to feel like you're naturally being expanded by this new thing. And not hastily expanded. Let's see. Seven of Wands. Yeah. So, okay. I think there might be a level of... Ooh, got a couple more here. Let's take them out. Oh, that's more than I was expecting. Okay, let's see. So we got the Seven of Cups. Choices. Okay. So it looks like you're being offered some things here. You could be moving into a new era where you don't actually have something solid yet, that you are having to decide which of these you're going to choose, which new thing you're going to move into. Like you might be given some choices as to what you are going to go with here. You just know that you're moving into something that's good, and you're moving into what's best for you, and you're doing the thing that's going to, you know, like your energy going into it in how you are approaching it is, I am approaching this with my best interest at heart. I am approaching this financially, keeping myself in the best foot forward. But I don't know that like you have a specific only one choice to be had here. The Seven of Wands is about sort of like defensiveness. It's about having the high ground in a situation. This could be you feeling like you need to defend your position, or you're needing to pit these choices against each other, or evaluate based on strength which of the choices is going to be best for you, as to which is going to be the most beneficial for you, and defending your position and defending this new version of yourself. Like I really think you're going into this like, I really want to make sure that I am staying true to myself. I really think that's the energy, and you're trying to defend that version of yourself, this new awesome universe, you know, new world, moving into this new era. You want to defend that. You are happy with that. You're looking forward to that, and you want to stay strong with that. Oh yeah, these came out as well. Okay, so that's, if I'm not mistaken, this is the Fool here. Yep, so this is the Fool again, right? New begins into Fool, new beginnings, new energy. Yeah, your new beginning here, and this is the King of Pentacles. You are trying to be smart about your money because you know that that's important for you going forward. You're having to focus on that. I think that's really important right now. Whatever this new iteration of yourself is, you are prioritizing your financial security. That's a high point in your priority right now, for sure. Almost over your emotional, but you're trying to balance it all. You're really trying to work all that out. I think that you think that that's possible. And so the Seven of Cups to me, and the Seven of Wands is saying you're trying to defend, you're trying to make sure you're finding the cup, you're trying to find the choice that's going to defend your new solid King of Pentacles Fool version of yourself. Fool in the best version possible. You know, this new, I'm moving forward and this is the new iteration of me. This is the new version of me. And I want this new choice, whatever this new career is, whatever this new, you know, spouse is, this new friend, this new place that you're moving to, like whatever is new for you right now. You know, maybe you've changed, maybe you've made a change about yourself, maybe you got a big haircut, maybe, you know, maybe your hair length was definitive for who you were and you chopped it all off and you're just like in a new era of yourself. It could be something as like superficial as that on the outside, but really for you it could really be affecting and it could change the way you are perceiving yourself. So you are ready to receive whatever the new thing is going to be that's going to work with this new version of yourself. Okay, and so that's what's coming to you right now from the universe, like the world, what the earth is giving to you, that's your meat puppet is walking into right now, bumping into, is all of this new energy, which you're kind of having to kind of suss out which of these things that are presenting themselves to you is going to be the best. And I think you're going to have some choices. I don't think that you're going to be without. I don't think you're going to have one thing that's going to be like obviously perfect. I think you're going to have to actually weigh your options a little bit here. Princess of Wands is the Page of Wands energy, which is all, again, new ideas. So the universe is just giving you all this new energy. This is all intuitive, new, exciting. Seven of Swords. Okay, so this is you using your brain. This is the only swords we've gotten so far. So I think it's interesting that this is in this position, which is, to me, this is the position of like how you as a body, as a meat puppet, if you will, are intuiting the universe's instructions to you about this situation, like how you're letting that flow through you right now. And I think that you are really feeling like you are having to death. Okay. I really feel like you are having to, there's a lot of energy coming at you right now. Like there's a lot of inspiring, exciting, passionate energy that you're feeling about this new version of you and this new thing that you're getting into. But there's also a lot of like, I have to be smart about this. I have to use all of my wiliness to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. I have to not maybe do this the way I used to do this. I can't maybe just throw myself into this like willy-nilly and go. Maybe that's the energy you're getting, but I think you as a being are interpreting this as saying, I need to take this and be smart with it. I can't just go crazy with this passionate feeling that I have. I have a big transition. I'm going through a major shift. It's like any kind of major transition in your life, right? You don't want to go through it in a way or go into it in such a way that you are kind of going blindly into it. Now, that being said, you do have, right, this Fool card, which has come up twice for you now in this reading, which is about going into something blindly. So you are, and the moon, walking kind of blindly into this, but I think you know that. And so because you know that you want to make sure you're using all of the information you have at hand that could possibly make it go well. Because you know you want it to go well. You want this to be, again, like the best version of your life. You think that this is going to be the best iteration of your life. You're looking forward to it. I think you really are optimistic about what's coming, but I think you feel like you need to use your brain and not be too overly hyped about it and move too quickly into this new thing without using all the tools that you have to make sure that you're taking the smartest road possible. Okay, so let's see what we've got for the Fool here. What do we have for the Fool? Cancer, this is an interesting situation you've got going on here. Looks like you've got a lot of exciting new energy coming in for sure. Ooh, okay. And again, a little bit of consternation, a little bit of concern for yourself, anxiety coming into this. You know, as much as this is a lot of energy. It's a lot of major arcana here. There's a lot of powerful, like, this is big for you. You know, whatever anybody else thinks, whatever anybody else sees, however this affects anybody else, for you, this is major. This is really a big shift in your situation. And you are really prioritizing your financial situation. I think you're trying to do so in a way that you've not done before. And I think it's making you feel a little bit nervous. I think you feel a little bit like, okay, this isn't something I'm used to, maybe. I'm used to being a little bit more fly by the seat of my pants. And this is not the time for that. This is the time to be smart, because now I'm shifting into this new King of Pentacles energy, and I'm accepting this new offer of being this new, you know, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. I'm ready to like make this work for me, and then in doing so, make it work for everybody else. And the Fool energy here with this Six of Wands, which is very much a card of victory, right? This is a victorious, winning, you are the one who is, you're at the top of that. You're the one riding into the town with the poles and all the flags, and you won the battle, right? That's that. So I think you're going into this as the Fool. This is your wand here. This is you going in, like, excited. You were excited. This is a victory for you. This new thing, this moving into this new thing is a victory for you. This new iteration of yourself, this new version of yourself, this new life that you're moving into. This is an exciting new beginning. You know that it's what's best. You are looking forward to it, but you are definitely feeling a little nervous about how it's all going to go down, right? That Nine of Swords is anxiety, baby. That's you. Maybe there's some sleepless nights. You might be having some nightmares. You might be keeping yourself up at night a little bit, worrying about whether or not the way you're doing it is the right way, whether or not it's going to work out. I mean, these are normal human concerns, especially in times of a lot of stress financially. It is normal to have these kinds of feelings. All right, let's see what the Tower here, what we've got. The Tower obviously is big upheaval, big change, big sudden shift, a sudden shift in your situation. So what is this sudden shift that we've got coming here? And it's not necessarily a bad thing, it can be a good thing. It's just an unexpected sudden shift that's coming in. If you're in a moon situation where you're walking down a path of uncertainty, there's occasionally unseen things that you come across that can be a bit surprising, and they can sometimes be good or bad, So let's see what we have here for the Tower for Cancer. What's coming up for that Tower card? I mean, you got the Ten of Cups in the universe here as your significator card. So in the end, no matter what happens here, you know that it's going to be, overall, the energy that the universe is giving you is very supportive. Very supportive. Let's see, what do we got for that Tower? You wanna give me something? It's being vague. It's playing coy. Don't be coy. What should Cancer know about that Tower card? Talk to me here. Okay, what do we got? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Well, way to be vague about it, right? I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is really the hands of fate, right? It's like letting the hands of fate kind of go the way they're going to go. But this is not very, I'm going to try and get a little bit more here for you after all that work. But this is definitely, it could be cyclical energy. I mean, it is a wheel, the Wheel of Fortune. So it could be things coming back around again that have shown their face before, that are coming back in. That could be a surprise situation for you. All right, Four of Pentacles, which is about saving. That's about kind of like holding what you have and being almost overly conservative with your finances. How does that relate to a Tower moment for us? Can you give me like a little bit more on that, please, for Cancer? Just a little bit more. It feels like it's like it doesn't want to say. All right, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Temperance and the Two of Cups. Okay. Okay. So this is all about balance. This is all about balance. This is about the possible future here is that there's going to be some possible like shifts in the general energy that you weren't expecting. Now, how this comes in, I don't know. It could be like just a sudden surprise. It could be good. It could be bad. Honestly, this isn't really giving me one way or another here. So it could be a sudden, some sudden news you weren't expecting that just really shifts the ground for you, whether that's, good or bad. It's going to shift the ground for you emotionally, financially. It doesn't really say here. We have Cups and we have Pentacles. So, I mean, it really could kind of be either way. To me, I feel like it might be more emotional than anything. I'm getting the vibe that with this Four of Pentacles, which is about like balancing your finances, and it's really about holding things down and saving and kind of keeping things tight. I think that this is saying maintaining emotional balance, because the Temperance card is all about kind of like keeping things in balance so that they're working in a way that is steady. So there's a steady flow, right? You're mixing all of the components together and creating the alchemy to make sure it's working the right way. I think there's likely a relationship involved here, whether or not the relationship is the new thing that you're moving into, or there's just a relationship involved here with this Two of Cups. I think it's going to be important to be using the other person's emotional support and vice versa, right? I think it's going to be a lot about whatever this road is that you're going down isn't necessarily going to be a steady one. You're going to run into some things that are unexpected, good and bad, again. And these things are going to shift your circumstances emotionally. So when that happens, this is the universe is saying, right? The cards are saying, lean on your emotional support system to try and balance yourself, because if you continue to maintain the financial smarts, if you keep doing that, I think if you stabilize and hold on to that and listen to your intuition about being smart about that, because this is an important time and you've built a little bit of that stability there, then you'll be able to be more of that emotional support as well throughout this time going forward. Because it just looks like there's like kind of a lot happening in the month of August and September, possibly, going in, because this is the near future. So this could be more like, September, October. There's just a lot going on. And it kind of is saying, I think that the cards here with the Wheel of Fortune being there is kind of saying it's almost like the universe is like, look, it doesn't really know. The outcome is going to be more based on how you play out the next couple of months here. Like how you handle this new version of yourself, how you lean into being smart about your choices and smart about your financial situation and choosing things that are best for you really and best for everything overall, like that kind of it. The more you do that, the more the possibility that things are going to move in your direction. And again, the moon. So it's just reiterating, like I guess it's saying move on to the next half of the reading, right? Because it's the same card we started with. So, okay, we're going to move on to the next half of the reading. So I don't know if this is resonating with you so far. If it is, I mean, even if it isn't, just please also we started up with a new setup. Sorry, I was supposed to say this at the beginning, my bad. We have set up a new setup here with everything. So if you like the way this is looking, if you're liking the new angle here, let us know in the comments, because we're trying to make it, read in such a way that you can find its most pleasurable for you, or makes the most sense for you, or that you feel like you're getting the most out of it. Okay, I know it's a lot, right? I'm throwing a lot of cards at you and a lot of stuff like that, so sorry about that. Okay, let's see what we got here. So now in the next part of this reading, we're going to look into, it's a little bit more just about what the spiritual aspects of this are. It's a little more long-term, it's a little more universal energy, and about how the universe is working through you in this situation to help you with the outcome, to facilitate the outcome, and less about how you are using that energy, right? It's more just the energy itself and kind of how that's all working for you. All right, let's see what we got here. First card, we got the Eight of Cups. Okay, yep, this is you leaving something behind. So the universe is saying we're giving you that energy of leaving behind things that may have been kind of serving you, but they've come to their natural end and you're ready to move on to get those two cups that are there for greener pastures. Prince of Cups. All right, we got the Prince of Cups, which takes you to the Princess of Cups over here. So it's like the universe is just like, yeah, no, seriously. We're serious. Like, we're doing this and we're doing this. We're doubling down. So the Prince of Cups is just a little bit farther along, but it's like, yeah, it's giving you this offer of it's a Knight of Cups, right? It's a new beginning, a new thing, an offer of emotional fulfillment that's coming. Again, could be a relationship, could be a job. I think it could be just a new version of yourself if you've been working on yourself and making, strides in some kind of area, but it's definitely a new offer in your life. Whoa. How many came out there? Okay, I'm going to say that was too many. I just need two, so it gave me more than I wanted, so I'm not going to take them. This is Butterfingers. Okay, so let's see what we got. Second last, this one's going to be the hopes and fears, the feelings coming at you that are about this situation surrounding it. Let's see. What do we got? I mean, it definitely seems like you are making new and mature choices. Let's see. Nine of Wands. Okay, yep. I think you're not sure, again, how this is going to pan out. So, there's a little bit of hesitation. Oh my goodness. Just flying around. All right, we'll take that one, which fell out straight up. And it's Temperance, which came out in the end of the last one too. So I really think that the universe is working towards ensuring that you move forward into this new thing. It understands that you're concerned about how you're going to be able to shoulder all this new stuff, this new version of yourself, this new life, this new responsibilities of being more thoughtful of how you're going about it a little bit, just being more responsible, maybe just using your smarts a little bit more. But it's giving you the energy to do that. The universe is helping you. The energy surrounding you is balanced energy. It's an energy of making it all flow, making it work out, taking a load off, not being too overly aggressive about it, and letting things kind of flow for you. And I think with the when I say that, the Wheel of Fortune came to mind here in this space. It's really about letting it flow. Don't resist the way that this wants to unfold. Don't try to put your own stink on it too much. Let's see what we got for the Eight of Cups here. Eight of Cups for the Cancer for August. Eight of Cups for Cancer for August. Oh, there she is. There she is. And what is it? Okay, and once again, we got that Wheel of Fortune. Yep. It's like, okay, it's time. This is time for you to do this now. It is time. The 10 is saying it's time for you to do the move on to the next thing. The universe is very much behind that. Everything is very much behind this being a new thing for you. Okay, so let's see for the Prince of Cups. What do we got for that Knight of Cups energy, if you will? Kind of, again, being guided along by that river or ocean wave here, being guided along by the universe. Very, very smooth, very chill. Oh my goodness, I think my hands are getting tired here. It's late in the day. Okay, we'll take the 2 that turned up, right? Because I feel like that makes sense, right? Oh my goodness, it was 4 that turned up, right? All right, we'll take the 4 that turned up, right? Why not? All right, let's see. And they gave us what they gave us, right? Okay. So we have the Sun. Well, that's a delight. Okay, so the Sun, we have the Death card again, the 10 of Cups, and the Empress. Well, because I'm glad I took those. So the energy surrounding you in this is just absolutely spectacular. My goodness gracious, the universe is out to help you. It wants you to succeed. It has got you, it's got your back 110%. Like, if you're a faith-based person, you know, if you're a person of faith, if you could say a lot of gratitude right now, because my goodness, the angels are on your side. This certainly looks lovely here. Whoever this is for, whoever it's resonating for. So the Sun card is all about, you know, it's the best card in the deck, basically. It's the 10 of Cups only on steroids. It's the light shining in your life. It's all of it's illumination too, right? So you're trying to figure out which of these things is going to be the best way to go about it. Well, you're going to do that. If you let things, if you meditate on it, if you listen to your intuition, if you use your intelligence and use all the education you have and throughout your life and stuff, use all the tools in your toolbox, you will be able to figure out which of those choices is the best, because it will be obvious to you, because the Sun will shed light on that for you. The Death card, again, the transition, you letting go of the past and letting this new thing in. Once again, the 10 of Cups, what a treat that came out twice for you. How lovely. It's really an abundant circumstance for you. The universe wants to bless you abundantly if you allow yourself to do this thing, if you allow yourself to be kind of taken by the winds of fate. Have faith, say thank you, and be taken by the winds of fate, because you've already done a lot of the work on your own. On the back end, you've done that already, and now it's time to move forward. You're changing, you know, you're changing your way. And you're using your intelligence to discern, you know, try and discern your intuition. Discern what is potentially deceptive as well, right? Sometimes we try and deceive ourselves because we want certain outcomes, or we think that something's going to be the best. It makes the most sense, you know, like, well, this just makes the most sense to me, like, logically. So I'm going to find a way to make it make sense to me spiritually or whatever. Like, you might be trying to do a little bit of that to yourself. Don't do that. Okay, 9 of Torches, so 9 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Excuse me, the Hermit card. The Hermit card and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So I think that you're a little bit nervous that this is going to take longer than you want. I'm getting a vibe right now that even though there's like a lot of change happening, and there is a lot of change happening, it's not like happening overnight. You have changed. What's happened internally has happened, and that's done. And now it's all about like making the external match the internal. But that's going to take more time. That's going to happen over more time, right? So the four of Wands it can be about celebration. It can also be about like marriages. It can be about maintaining that kind of foundation of strength and happiness in your marriage, you know, yeah, and I think so you're a little bit nervous about like, this is taking a while. And I think you're a little bit nervous about how that's going to affect, possibly how it's going to affect just your overall attitude about everything, that you're not going to be able to maintain this like positive, awesome, energetic outlook if you're getting weighed down by it taking too long, or you feeling isolated, like it's not happening in a time for it's, you're not finding the right kind of people. You're spending a lot of time. I mean, the Hermit specifically can be about just spending a lot of time alone, but it also can be about spending a lot of time internally, like doing a lot of internal work. And that Knight of Pentacles is, I think, while it can be about it's about slow moving. It's a slow moving energy, right? It's a slow plotting, slow building thing. It's a new project that's getting off the ground and it's taking its time. It's not just starting. It's kind of going, you know, but it's taking time. So I think you're nervous that this is going to take longer than you want. I think you're concerning yourself, not as strongly as the Nine of Swords, right? This is a little bit more like, well, I mean, this is hopes and fears, right? So this is your fear, is that it's going to just take a little bit of time. And it's not, that's what I mean. It's not like a serious, like debilitating fear. It's more just, there's a lot of really intense energy that you feel. You feel this Ten of Cups. You feel this Sun energy and this Empress energy. You feel like you're ready to birth this new awesome version of yourself and this new awesome life. You feel like you're ready to accept that cup, but the cup ain't coming as quickly as you want it to. You know, I mean, that is kind of the vibe I'm getting with that. So let's see what we have with this Temperance card, which again is about balance. So I think it's about not allowing yourself to maybe lose your foundations. Maybe that Tower card was actually less about like a sudden shift, like a sudden thing, crashing it down, and more about just the foundations not staying strong enough and it shifting, and so then things kind of crumbling because of that. And I think it's about you not allowing that to happen, allowing yourself to stay steady, to stay an emperor in the situation, to stay calm in the waves and the storm, even though things are going to be a little bit difficult, maybe a little bit different. Even if they can be incredibly good, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come without work and without its own set of challenges, right? And the Two of Wands to me is saying that it's just beginning, but you have to be okay to set sail and not be too worried about these things and then don't like get going with it. Let's see. I think these are like two different ways that can happen here. It's if you can balance your energy and you can lean on that when, you know, if you have somebody in your life that you can lean on, if you have something in your life that you can lean on emotionally while things get a little bit turbulent, and that you can be there for while things get a little bit turbulent, then I think you can go forward with this and it can be successful. That's like the winning combination. That Two of Wands, which is about waiting, choosing, holding time for something. What's that Two of Wands all about? Why did you throw that at us at the last minute there? So everything else made so much sense. Let's see. Oh, okay. What'd you give me? Okay. So we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So the Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles. In this situation, it looks like you are... Okay. The Seven of Cups earlier on showing that we're having to make choices here. This is taking its time, right? You're worried this is all going very slowly, right? You're having to really take your time figuring out all the different stuff that you want. Finding the right thing, finding the perfect thing. Finding the thing that's going to be just the right fit, right? Goldilocks. It's giving me that vibes, right? The Three Little Bears. Because you want to be discerning, and because you are trying to be smart and put the right combination of things together to make just the right kind of potion work out, you are kind of keeping the options in the air and you're not moving forward necessarily with it right away. And I don't know that that's great. I think this Knight of Cups is the offer here, but I don't know, that Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands is showing me you not like taking it. It's just showing me you waiting and not accepting it and just continuing to pour the stuff back and forth from one cup to another in the Temperance, as opposed to as opposed to really kind of like settling on it. Let's see. Can you give me something else there? Give me something else here. Elaborate a little bit on that, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Justice. Okay. Balancing the scales. Again, this is all about like balancing. Okay. Balancing the scales, and then the Page of Cups. Okay. Yeah. So you have offers on the table. You are going to have to use your brain to figure it out. You're going to be weighing your options. The next few months, it looks like, are going to be you weighing your options. The universe is giving you a lot of different choices. It has given you the means to figure out which of these things is going to be best for you. It is now up to you to use your discernment, to use your high priestess, to take your time to figure out which of those is going to be the right choice. That's fine to take your time. I'm not getting that that's a bad thing to wait a little bit on this. Like, it is and you may get a little antsy. I'm getting the vibe with that, it's buried under here now, but with this Nine of Torches, this Nine of Wands, and with the Four of Wands, all this here, this is making me feel like you're in the Page of Pentacles. This was all making me feel like you're getting antsy, the Hermit card, like you're getting antsy to move forward. You're feeling a little bit isolated and like it's not happening yet. And yeah, it is going to feel like that, I think, for a little bit, because you're feeling a lot of energy of this new change, of this new way of doing things. You're having to do it in a very slow and methodic and smart and, you know, metered way. I'm using that word a lot recently, but that's what you're doing. You're doing it in a very like concise, which may be against your normal way of doing things. And so you're feeling a little bit like, this is a lot. You know, it's almost like being back in school is kind of the vibe I'm getting here. But even still, you know that there's a better choice to be had, and you're ready to make that choice. And I think you have what it takes to make that choice. Let's see. Broomstick, cleansing. Okay, so a little something from the universe. Final little oracle message here for you, Cancer, to close things up. Broomsticks, the witch's broom, or the besom, is traditionally made of birch twigs and is associated with Hecate, the Greek dark moon goddess. It is traditionally used to sweep away psychic debris, and it's used during hand fasting when lovers jump the broomstick together. All right, there you go. Your energy is potent. You have the ability to see what needs to be cleared away. Therefore, this is a good time to sort out the various cupboards of your life and make sure they are fresh and up to date. Well, there you go. Your sexual energies are active. Oh, exciting. So expect a new relationship to become intimate. If you're already in an established relationship, you may seek greater involvement or pleasure. Reaffirm your needs to each other and work together to bring magic into your sharing. Working together, right? I really think that whatever relationships you've got going on right now, that is where you're going to find your strength in all of this. And that's where you're going to find your balance in all of this. Broomstick reminds you to enjoy who you are. It may also increase psychic awareness. Prepare for fun frolics and high energy, and clear blocked or stale energy at all levels. Really do take the time, Cancer, to meditate on the best choice. If you know you have options and you're not 100%, it's not obvious right away which one of those is the best choice. Make lists, right? I mean, this reading really talked about being willing to do the slow, steady work to get this new version of yourself off to the best kind of start possible. Okay? So I hope that this resonated for you, Cancer. If it did, let me know. Again, let me know how you feel about the setting here. It's a little bit of a mess right now after all these cards laid down, but I hope that you enjoyed yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.